I'm in a different room now. So this is my final stop for this trip. Um, yeah, I took this trip because my son is on summer break and it is my birthday. So I was like, why not just go somewhere in the world? And this time we chose Europe. I am in Venice, Italy. And there is a lot of little islands out here. I did not know what I was getting myself into. But before I tell you my story time on coming here to Venice, I just want to give a little message out here. I am not posting this to show off because honestly, I don't care. As you guys, I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know if you guys can't tell, but I don't care about showing off what I have or what I don't have. I don't care about all of that. Some of you seen what I have and some of you think I don't have nothing. And honestly, I can care less. But I'm posting these videos to help you out a little bit, understand what it's like from my point of view. You guys probably have been out here way before and you guys probably had a tour guide. You guys probably had it easy, but I didn't use a tour guide. Again, like I said, I just did a little research on every place I wanted to visit and I just went from there. Luckily, everything has been going smooth. Now I know on my way back it is gonna be chaotic because I heard the airport is really crazy. They did recommend me to leave the airport 3 hours early. The airport from Paris to Rome was really smooth, but I know the airport from Venice to the DFW is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be chaotic, and you know because they have the FIFA World Cup tourists going out there, it's gonna be a little bit more chaotic. I am not ready for that. This is gonna be my last YouTube video because as soon as I get back home, I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to work, and there's no me time anymore. This was as far as my me free time got. As you guys saw on my pictures, if you guys haven't seen my posts or my pictures, follow me on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, Blondie, BLONDY, and then Dallas. And then on TikTok I have an underscore line in the middle, so it's Blondie underscore Dallas, and then Facebook is just Blondie Dallas. But yeah, I've been posting my pictures there, and as you guys can tell, I've been wearing nothing but loose clothing. I am ready to get back into just comfortable clothing, leggings, sports outfits, and shorts. But yeah, anyways, I came from Rome to Venice in the train. And that's the only time I will say I messed up because I chose the dates wrong. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be the 7th, the day that I was supposed to come over here, but it wasn't. It was supposed to be the 6th, so I kind of got a little bit confused. So I ended up buying train tickets for the 7th, and when I try to go in there, you do have to scan the ticket to go inside. So when you walk in the train station, they have a whole screen, and you wait for the train number that you're gonna get on to see what where they're gonna be departing from. So you're gonna look for the departing number, and they don't show that number until like 10 minutes before, or 20-30 minutes before. So we were supposed to leave around 7:25, and we got to the train station around 6:40. So we had to wait until 7 for it to show. Once I found out where they were gonna departure, the number, I tried to go in and scan my ticket, but it wouldn't let me in. So I was already freaking out because in there, nobody wants to help you. Nobody wants to help you. That's why I'm telling you, if you guys have any questions, please get ChatGPT, because out there ain't nobody gonna help you. You have to go to a kiosk, a customer service kiosk, help center, and God knows where that is, in the freaking train station, big ass train station. Luckily, I found it, and the guy, the worker there, told me that I got the wrong dates. So I had to get another ticket, which was $200 to Venice. And you know what? I was just so overwhelmed by going back and forth. He got me a ticket, but in the ticket, it did not say which departure was it. So he did tell me it was leaving at 7:20. Mind you, the ticket that I got was leaving at 7:35. I did go in as soon as I could. I got inside and I walked over all the departures and I tried to look for the one that matches my ticket, and I was not able to find it. I'm telling you, I walked back and forth. It was already 7:09, and then it became 7:12, and I'm over here freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, the train is going to leave me, and I already paid $200 on top of what I already had paid for. So that was a waste of money. I tried to get a hold of them, but they did not want to give my refund. So yeah, that sucks. Luckily, the train was running late, so it wasn't until 7:32 that the train got there last minute, and I saw where it was departing from. And as soon as I saw it, I just got in, and I was just so over it. It was a 4-hour train ride. The trains are super nice in there, but I really don't care about all of that. I just wanted to get from point A to B. Once we got to Venice, it was just crazy. There is a lot of boat buses. A boat taxi was gonna be $80, I believe. And the boat buses, it's $8 to get in, and if you want it all day, it's $25, and if you want it for a whole month, it's $100. But there's different kind of routes that each bus goes to. So I did not understand. I went to the kiosk and tried to read. ChatGPT was not working because we are in an island, so the service was pretty bad. Then I went to a customer help service, and she was like, "Hey, you could just walk." It was 15 minutes. But since my phone was not working, I could not download where exactly the Airbnb was. If I would have known, if you're coming here, get that help. There's gonna be guys walking around. If you have luggage, they will help you take it all the way to your Airbnb. And I should have gotten that, but I didn't know what they were doing. I did not know what was going on. I decided, because she told me I could walk, I decided to walk with my luggage to where my destination was. Mind you, my destination wasn't even there. It was around there. I walked for 20 minutes with my luggage. And the road here in the islands are very, very rocky. So those wheels were just getting stuck everywhere. It was not like a flat surface. It was just getting stuck. And yeah, it was a struggle. I will not come back here because it's just, I didn't really became fascinated by everything. They are very strict. They do have police walking around. You do have to scan a QR. But I did figure it out by reading a map. And on the map, it shows you like little train stops. I don't know if you guys can see it. So those black, oh, so those black little emojis, that's where all the bus, like the water buses stop. There's no real cars, buses, trains, Uber, taxis. You gotta take the water bus out here. So I came to conclusion that I am here, so I might as well walk to one of these, and it has worked out for me. And once I get there, I read the closest. Let's say like the boats go all in a circle because it is an island. So let's say like if I have to go from point here to this point on the bottom, which I already saved, then it will give me this emoji, and I will just click on it, and it will tell me which water bus to take. Some of them do not pick up on those areas, so you gotta walk to different ones and get to the one that it picks you up on. It's just a whole bunch of, I don't know, a whole bunch of rules. We did not buy ticket. We just scan our credit card, and it's one credit card per person. So if you're traveling with kids, make sure that you bring yourself. You get yourself a ticket or a day pass or whatever, just to go in there, because they're not gonna let you go in. It's a ticket per person, a credit card per person. So just make sure that you get that handle, because they do check once you're inside. They do check. They go by and they check the tickets. They don't. Sometimes when you think they're not checking in the beginning, they go inside while the boat is running and they do check. I saw somebody in the train try to go in there without scanning anything. He just sit there, and they went in and they made him pay for his ticket. So just make sure that you remember that it's one ticket per person or one credit card per person. And yeah, so this is my last day here. So far, the only thing that you can do here is just do the gondola ride and go to the basilica. The food here is expensive. We were not a fan of the food out here, so we cooked in the Airbnb. Luckily, this Airbnb had a microwave, laundry set. It had 2 beds. The other Airbnb, it was in the middle of everything. But Rome was the taxes were like $20, $15. It was expensive, and here just to go around is what, $8 or $25 all day, just to go around the island. So, I mean, it has its pros and cons. I don't think I will be back here. I think the best thing about here was the Airbnb, because we got to be able to wash our clothes and, you know, just settle down for a minute, because we did walk a lot in Rome. And Rome, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of places to visit, and it's just a lot of tourists. Over here in Venice, you get to see a lot of people bring their dogs, which is cute, because, you know, like, it's a little island and dogs are welcome out here. You don't see a lot of cats. Like in Virgin Island, you see a lot of cats in the streets, but here you do not see dogs in the street. Everybody owns a dog or walking a dog, which is cute. Yeah, so I will rate Venice probably a 7 out of a 10. Paris, 7 out of a 10. Rome, 8 out of a 10. Sorrento, 8 out of a 10. What else? Switzerland, I will rate it a 9 out of 10. And the only reason why I would rate 9 out of 10 on Switzerland was because it was not as clean as Rome. Zurich was not as clean as Rome, and I just expected a little bit more. But yeah, this is so far my review. The food, not so great. Customer services out here sucks. Nobody wants to help you. Then everything out the outdoor is hella beautiful, but then again, it's hot. Some places don't even have AC, which is not that great. If you're an American, it's not that great. Also, in the restrooms, you have to pay. You don't need to have cash. You can just use your card to go in. Unless you're going to, like, let's say at a restaurant, they give you like a little QR, or you go ask for it in the entrance, or where you pay. You can ask them for a QR to get in. You do have to pay for that. The water here is expensive. Everything's expensive. And I feel like sometimes it's like a ripoff, because honestly, like, I know it's not the same, but like the gondola ride, we could have done it in Irving, Las Colinas, and probably got better service. But the good thing is that there's not a lot of mosquitoes out here. There is mosquitoes, but it's not as crazy bad as Texas. Texas has crazy mosquitoes and flies and just all the bugs. But Texas is even more dirtier, so I mean, better, I don't think so. But we do have different kinds of food that we can try, and different kinds of activities that we can do, even though it's hella far out there. Just to do activities, you gotta do one activity per day, and over here you can do it all at once. But yeah, so I just wanted to have a little chit chat with you. For my birthday, I just did the gondola ride. We went to the grocery store, got myself a little chocolate cake, and that is it. Your girl is getting hella old. I'm getting old. But I am thankful for everybody that supports me, and everybody that has been showing love to my job, because you guys know I work a lot. And thankfully I have a job, because I know a lot of people don't have a job. So I'm thankful for that, and thankful for the opportunity to come over here and at least to experience this shenanigans and not alone. But yeah, glad to have this chat with you guys. If you're watching this all the way to the end, my voice can be very annoying. I do not like my voice. That's why I'm like doing videos and talking, and sometimes I get my voice stuck. I have it here, but it just does not come out right, and sometimes I do not explain myself right, so that's why I don't like talking in videos a lot. But I just wanted to come in here and chit chat with you guys a little bit and tell you how it is, the whole process. I am ready to go back. I miss my dogs. I just miss my dogs and some of my family members, but other than that, if I had them over here, then I think I will be okay. But yep, I'm ready to go back to the shenanigans out there. And well, talk to you later.